For my final performance today, the Intertext final performance, I will be combining two powerful texts that delve into the profound impacts of childhood trauma and explore themes of mental health and suicide. The first is an excerpt from the memoir The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls, which recounts her unconventional and often harrowing upbringing with dysfunctional nonconformist parents. The second text is a poem, Autobiography of Eve, by Ansel Elkins, which presents a poignant and metaphorical portrayal of a woman grappling with suicidal ideations stemming from her traumatic past. Through the conjunction of these two pieces, I aim to create a visceral and emotive dialogue that illuminates the long-lasting psychological scars inflicted by these adverse childhood experiences. The juxtaposition of Wall's raw autobiographical narrative with Elkins' lyrical yet haunting verse will, I hope, evoke sensations that speak to the depths of human resilience and the urgent need for compassion and understanding surrounding mental health illnesses. The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. One Christmas, when I was 7, Mom gave Dad a rubber mallard toy as his present. She stole it from the A&P and had scratched off the price of her fingernail. From the Autobiography of Eve. I wake up underwater, my lungs filled with childhood. One Christmas, we stayed at the trailer park in Santa Fe. Dad didn't have a job. He spent the welfare money on bottles of electric blue Moby Dick wine coolers. I remember I was a girl who drummed the air, played my fingers like whiskey in the throat of birds. I lived in the trees of this life, like a first grader banging the schoolyard bell. I wanted to believe that the perfect family existed. Even with a little bit of effort, we could recreate the life I always dreamed of. I liked Mom's idea. Just leave, start fresh somewhere. Now, I can't get my fins from under me. I'm stuck in the river bottom, sucking mud. There was this terrific dread that kept inching closer and closer every day. I tried to hide it, but it would seep out in big, choking sobs, my whole body shuddering with it. Call me carp, dogfish, or jack. Drag me up silver and choking. It's the new flat world. There was this feeling of just wanting to stop existing. It couldn't stop. I'd awake in the sweat, having dreamed that I had missed the buzz. Well, I'm the thing swimming blindly towards itself. So my defense for today's performance is going to be that in this intertext performance, I aim to create a dialogue between two distinct yet thematically intertwined text that delves into the profound psychological impacts of childhood trauma, that gives voice to lived experiences surrounding mental health struggles and suicidal ideations. By juxtaposing excerpts from Jeanette Walk's searing memoir, The Glass Castle, with Ansel Elkins' metaphorical poem, Autobiography of Eve, I sought to forge an emotive sensation that illuminates the ways in which adverse experiences in one's formative years can last long, haunting shadows over one's psyche well into adulthood. Wall's visceral recounting of her dysfunctional upbringing and the feelings of dread, despair, and anxiety and a desire to stop existing that accompanied it resonates powerfully with the hopelessness, suffocating, ironic, just like doesn't trust anything anymore, evoked in Elkin's poetic rendering of a sarcastic woman drowning beneath the wave of her traumatic past that she just doesn't know how to deal with. Moreover, the performance aims to underscore the universality of such experiences. Through the distinct in their specifics, both texts speak to the profound human capacity for resilience and perseverance in the fact that unimaginable adversity. As Elkin's narrator proclaims, I'm the thing swimming blindly towards itself, there remains an innate drive towards survival, healing, and self-actualization that transcends the particulars of individual circumstances. In staging this piece, I made the conscious choices regarding movement, tone, and emotion to embody the raw vulnerability and inner turmoil captured in the text. The rocking, hunched physicality, and sense of being constricted or trapped that persists through much of the performance was intended to convey the internalized anguish and suffocating despair wrought by childhood trauma. The momentary release and outstretched reaching was meant to symbolize the desperate yearning for deliverance and the rebirth that courses through both works. Ultimately, by marrying the candid autobiographical narrative style of Walls with the rich lyricism and imaginative metaphor of Elkin's poetry, I hope to create a holistic, emotionally resonant encapsulation of the ways in which early trauma can manifest in profound psychological scarring, also manifests in completely different ways as people deal with trauma in different ways. Some may develop extreme anxiety and social issues and awareness issues, while others may deal with it by being sarcastic and ironic and acting like they don't really care when deep down they do, and it deeply affects them. I hope to create this holistic, emotionally resonant encapsulation of the ways early trauma can manifest. By giving embodied voice to these important texts, we are reminded that such experiences, through deeply personal or shared across human existence, a realization that can help dissolve stigma and cultivate compassion. As Conquer Good reminds us, performance studies struggles to open the space between analysis and action. The embodied life speaks through performance. It is my hope that this performance has opened such a space for deeper understanding. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope to see you next time.